Davis, welcome to the latest episode of Cut to the Chase. Today we are talking, how do you answer a phone call or how do you answer an inquiry and already create a fear of missing out? And this is not a sell technique where we're going to say you got to BS your way into making someone believe, but there is always, well, you open it up because there is certain things that you can say while being meaningful and making people realize that.
Well, you can't lie, but your job is to excite a marketplace.
Yeah.
Someone rings up and says, "Look, I'm inquiring about 1 Stewart Street." Yeah, no problem. Happy to talk about 1 Stewart Street. By the way, Diego, 1 Stewart Street, is that still available? Knowing that it is, but you can ask the question, is it still? Oh no, yeah, right, yeah, no, it's still available.
Yeah.
It draws the attention to excitement because the irony is, people don't want to be in competition, but if they don't perceive there's competition or no one's interested in a property, their expectations on price drop, and all of a sudden they go, I actually don't want it.
Yeah. I'm going to give a little story, and this is
love stories
on the table. 2 years ago, actually August 2021, just before the peak of the market, found this property, me and my wife, that we wanted to go and have a look at it. Deb Wallace, brilliant agent, so can I see it tomorrow?
I remember the story.
And she said, yes, I got a viewing at this time, you can come at the same time. Went to have a look at the house, we fell in love with it, and this Russian couple were there as well, and Deb said they were going to put an offer. So within 4.5 hours, I bought a cash unconditional, and I actually paid too much, like way too much. But she said that she was going to get an offer as well, and I did not want to miss on the house. Now, was Deb Wallace genuine? I believe she is, because she's a good agent.
Yep.
But man, did she play the cards right.
Well, she got you both there at the same time.
And when
you wouldn't have responded, if you went there by yourself. I got all the time in the world.
Yeah, so this is like 101 real estate technique. Book viewings at the same time. That's why if you've been on the market for 2 or 3, 4 weeks, actually 3, 4, 5 weeks, only have one open on a weekend, for example, because it's better to have 2 people there at the same time than one on Saturday, one on Sunday. So there's many things that you can do to create the urgency and fear of missing out. When you go on holiday, although, we don't go on a holiday enough. When you go on a holiday, do you pick the empty cafe or do you pick the busy one?
You pick the busy one.
Because you know it's got good food. So it's the same thing. And when somebody calls you and asks you a question, there's nothing wrong with say 1 second, hey team, when is the next viewing? Was it in 2 hours or was it tomorrow at whatever time? The buyer hears you and then all of a sudden it's like, perfect, look, we've got quite a few viewings come up, you've got these 2 options.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you've got a viewing booked and then you're going to find someone else. Real estate 101.
Yeah, to create competition.
Create competition. Leanne, that's the name of this podcast, Create Competition.
Well, you've got to be savvy with people on the phone. The inquiry comes in, how are you going to deal with it? How are you going to build the excitement not to let it drop through the floor, right?
Yeah.
Some people can make deals happen, some cannot because they're just smart, they're just savvy.
And if you got no one coming, you got a private viewing book, say for tomorrow, I think we talked about this before, you should book an open home for 15 minutes and load them on the website. And then every other inquiry that you're going to get between now and then, you let them know that they can come tomorrow at 3:15. Now you're there for 15 minutes, might as well run an open home. Don't put the signs out for the 15 minutes, it's a quick open home. But again, and then you tell the vendor, Mr. Vendor, we got a viewing for tomorrow at 3:15. I've took the liberty to add the open homes online, so hopefully we can have more than one viewing. Now, you are the professional that's going to...
That's a good tip.
Mate, that's a good tip.
That's one I forgot.
You forgot? Perfect. There you go. Davis, I think we're getting, it was definitely single digits. I think episode 94, so we still got to think about something special to do for our 100th episode. If you actually have an idea, share it with us, because sometimes our ideas don't come out as well as we're getting older. We're getting a little bit rusty.
No, the 100th idea will come from one of our subscribers or who listens to the podcast, and we will do something special for that 100th podcast.
We will, and I'm still thinking 100 minutes podcast, but
no.
Cut to the chase. We cut to the chase. Thanks for watching,
That'll be
guys.
called the long chase.
The long chase, the long chase. Nobody wants to listen to 1 hour and a half of us.
No.
Thank you for
Ciao.
watching. See you next time. Always a pleasure, never a chore. Cut to the chase.